Hello, today in class we're going to solve two more linear equations with two variables. And in these two equations we will express one variable through the other. The first equation is x minus 2y's. 6 equals 0. In this equation we need to express the variable y. Generally in math it is most common to express the variable y. What? This is because we will be learning how to graph linear functions. But first, we will learn how to express one variable through another. We express the variable y. Let's remember. In order to express a variable, we need to write down y equals to some expression. If we need to express the variable y, to do this, in our equation, we leave the coefficient with the variable y on the left side, and that is minus 2y equals minus 6, and we move x to the right side. If 0 is written in the right side, we will not write it down, but we will write down 6 minus x. But in our case, we need to write down what y equals. Just as in solving equations, in order to find the value of y and write down what it equals, we have to divide by the factor that comes before y, and that's the number minus 2. And then I'm going to divide, I'll divide the summand by the number minus 2. The result is minus 2 divided by minus 2. Let's write it down. Minus 2y divided by minus 2 equals. Don't forget that we must divide each of the summands by the number minus 2. And then the result is minus 2 and minus 2 we divide by minus 2. The result is equal to 6 divided by minus 2 is minus 3. And x divided by minus 2 is minus 2. Minus x divided by 2. But in this form it's not quite convenient to work with this expression. So I'll write it down a little differently. Minus 3 plus, and x divided by 2, I'll write it down as 1 second x, and the result is the following expression. Y equals minus 3 plus 1 second x. Notice that when I divided x by minus 2, I got a negative summand, minus x divided by 2. And there is another minus in front of that summand. Let's remember the rule. When we see in an entry underneath the consecutive, if two identical signs are recorded, then the result is a plus sign. And in this form, we can find a solution to our original equation. In this case, we need to substitute any values instead of x. Let's find one of the solutions. If x is 2, then in this case we substitute 2 in place of x, and we have that x equals minus 3 plus 1 times 2. And then we can divide 2 and 2 by 2. That leaves 1 and 1. And the result is y equals minus 3 plus 1, and y will equal minus 2. Now let's write down the solution. It's a pair of the numbers 2 and minus 2. And now we're going to express another variable in another equation. The equation is as follows. Minus 3x's plus y's equals 7. In this equation, we need to express the variable x, and then by rule of thumb. I would write minus 3x equals 7 minus y. And then in order to express the variable x, I have to divide the left and right sides by the number minus 3. And then minus 3x's I'll divide by minus 3. That's just x. 7 I'll divide by minus 3. That's minus 7/3. And plus we divided by 3. And that's an expression which will represent the value of the variable x. And using that expression, I can also find pairs of numbers that will be the solution to the linear equation. In the next lesson, we will solve the equation with two variables again. That concludes our lesson for today. Goodbye. See you again.